What if I told you the beautiful game isn't always so beautiful? Welcome to Across the Pitch, episode 15, where we dig into the drama, the heartbreak, and the occasional chaos that makes football more than just a sport. It's a soap opera with better outfits. From record breaking goals to boardroom battles, today's lineup is messier than a last minute VAR decision. Buckle up, it's going to get spicy. Bayern Munich absolutely walloped Leipzig. 5-1. 5-1. Let's just bask in that for a moment. Harry Kane comes back from a thigh injury, and oh, does he come back in style. A neat little back heel like it's no big deal sends Michael Olise flying down the wing. Olise crosses and bam, Jamal Musiala tucks it in after, wait for it, 28 seconds. 28 seconds! The fastest start you've ever seen. But hold on. Leipzig weren't going down without a fight, or so they thought. Lois Openda zips down the right, serves up a cross, and Benjamin Sesko sweeps it in. That's 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. Bundesliga history right there, folks. And then, oh, it's all Bayern. Complete domination. By the 25th minute, Konrad Leimer, the ex-Leipzig man, decides to twist the knife with his first Bayern goal. A smooth side-footed volley, chef's kiss. Joshua Kimmich, long-range rocket, 36th minute, 3-1 before halftime. And Leipzig's attack? Completely ghosted. Casper style. Second half, Leipzig tries to show up, but Bayern's like, nope, not today. Leroy Sané slots one in at 75 minutes. Alphonso Davies makes it 5 2 minutes later, and it's game, set, match. And if that wasn't bad enough for Leipzig, Benjamin Henrichs gets stretchered off in the last minute. Absolutely brutal night for them. But Bayern, they're top of the table at Christmas, again, 26 times now. And they've turned that into the title 23 times before. I mean, do we even bother pretending this league isn't theirs? Girona is back, baby. 3-0 over Valladolid to snap a 6-game winless streak. Let's talk about it. First goal, a little chaotic, but hey, they all count. Miguel Gutierrez lines up a free kick, it deflects off David Lopez, and boom, top corner. Was it pretty? Nah. But Lopez knows the deal. Not my best goal, but it's on the scoreboard, and that's what matters. Spoken like a pro. Then, just before halftime, Abel Ruiz shows up with a classic striker's move, a close-range header from another Gutierrez cross. Textbook stuff. 2-0, and Girona's cruising. And then there's Arnaut Danjuma. Comes off the bench like, let me get in on this, and scores with a sweet first-time finish in the 81st minute. Game. Set. Match. Girona climbs up to 8th in La Liga with 25 points. Meanwhile, Valladolid, still stuck in the relegation zone with just 12. Tough night for them, but Girona, they're vibing again. AC Milan squeak out a 1-0 win over Verona. Was it flashy? Nope, but it got the job done. Tijani Reinders, that man has ice in his veins. 56th minute makes a sneaky, well-timed run, and then, with the calm of someone picking out socks in the morning, curls a first-time shot into the top corner. Chef's kiss. But Milan can't catch a break, can they? Rafael Leao, out in the first half with what looks like a thigh injury. Fonseca's probably tearing his hair out over that one. Milan sits 7th in Serie A now, 26 points on the board, but still a hefty 11 behind Atalanta. Meanwhile, Verona? They're just outside the relegation zone with 15 points. Close, but no cigar for them tonight. The Bayern-Leipzig match wasn't the headline it should have been. A 5-1 blowout? Sure, impressive. But then came the heartbreaking news from Magdeburg. A vehicle plowed into crowds at a Christmas market just an hour before kickoff. 2 lives lost, a toddler and an adult. 60 injured, 15 critically. Deliberate, authorities say. It's the kind of tragedy that makes football feel trivial. Vincent Kompany said it best. It's almost impossible to talk about football tonight. The man wasn't celebrating the win. He was pleading for peace, for Germany, for everywhere. Marco Rose, still raw from a devastating loss, acknowledged the perspective shift. Some things happen today that aren't nice. Understatement of the century. Bayern's post-match Christmas ceremony? Canceled. CEO Jan Christian Driesen stood before the crowd and called for silence to honor the victims. It wasn't the night anyone imagined. So yeah, Bayern dominated on the pitch. Goals from Musiala, Lamer, Kimmich, Sané, and Davies. But the real story wasn't football. It was the reminder of how fragile everything is. Dele Alli's time at Everton? A total flop. Let's not sugarcoat it. Joined in January 2022 from Spurs. In almost 2 years, 1 Premier League start, 12 sub-appearances. That's it. By 2023, he was off to Besiktas on loan and hasn't played competitively since February of that year. Add a stint in rehab for addiction and mental health struggles, and you've got a player who's been through it all, off the pitch at least. Now, his contract with Everton expired in the summer, and while he's been at Finch Farm trying to piece together his fitness, it's clear this chapter is over. Ali confirmed it himself with a message on Instagram. Grateful to Everton. Sure, but ready for a fresh start. Where's he headed? Maybe Como. Yep, the Italian club where Cesc Fabregas is manager. Dele was spotted in the stands as Como beat Roma, and Fabregas has offered him a chance to train with the squad after Christmas. A messy Everton spell, but could Como be his reset button? Time will tell, but this story is far from over. Man City fans, it's not looking good. Pep Guardiola confirmed Ruben Dias is out for up to a month with a muscular injury. Another hit to a defense already stretched thin. Let's set the stage. City's coming off a gut-wrenching 2-1 loss to United in the derby. That's 8 losses in their last 11 games. 8. They're sitting 9 points behind Liverpool in the title race. And Pep? He straight up said after the derby, "I'm not good enough." Ouch. Now Dias is sidelined. He felt something late in the United game, but being the tank he is, stayed on the pitch. Add to that uncertainty over Ederson's fitness, and the backline is looking dicey, even with Manuel Akanji and John Stones back in training. Pep's trying to stay upbeat, though. You fall down 6 times, you stand up 7. Classic Guardiola grit. But let's be real. Aston Villa on Saturday won't be a walk in the park. They're 7th, just 2 points behind City. City fans, buckle up. It's going to be a ride. Mason Mount's Man United career just can't catch a break. Literally. Forced off after just 14 minutes in the derby win over City, and now? Ruben Amorim says he's out for several weeks. Translation, it's going to be a while. This isn't exactly new territory for Mount. In 18 months at Old Trafford, the guy's completed 90 minutes once. And not even in the Premier League. At 25, he's supposed to be in his prime, but injuries have kept him sidelined more than on the pitch. Amorim's trying to keep it positive, saying they'll help him make use of his recovery time and teach him how to play their system. But let's face it, that's tough when the player is barely fit enough to train, let alone play. Meanwhile, the Rashford drama is bubbling away in the background. Left out of the last 2 squads, Rashford's now saying he wants a new challenge. Amorim insists it's all about training performances, but come on, there's more to this story. United might have beaten City, but the cracks are starting to show. And without Mount for the foreseeable future, they'll need all the help they can get. Endrick's early days at Real Madrid? A roller coaster of brilliance, growing pains, and that ever-elusive patience. Let's start with the flair. His first Champions League night? The kid, just 18, picks up the ball, has 80 yards to cover, and 2 of the best players in the world, Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., screaming for it. Does he pass? Nah, he smashes it into the net. That takes guts, or as Carlo Ancelotti put it, he's got beast. If he'd missed, well, as Thibaut Courtois joked, we'd have killed him. But here's the catch. Moments like that are rare when you're barely getting minutes. Endrick's had just a smattering of games, often as a late sub. Scored 1, dazzled in a few moments, but the rhythm? It's missing. And then there's the bench. Sitting out games, watching from the sidelines. It's a humbling shift for a player used to being the center of attention, already boasting 100 professional games by 18. For now, he's playing behind guys like Mbappe, Vinicius, and Bellingham. Not exactly easy competition. Ancelotti knows the talent's there, calls him special, with power and speed rare for his age. But at Madrid, respect and hierarchy matter. Endrick has to earn his minutes in a way he's never had to before. This isn't just about skill, it's a test of temperament, patience, and adapting to a team stacked with stars. Endrick's story isn't just unfolding, it's simmering. And at Real Madrid, the slow burn can lead to greatness. Sean Dyche is walking a tightrope, but he's got some new safety nets in place. With the Friedkin Group officially taking over Everton, the American ownership seems to have his back, for now. Dyche says he's had a casual but productive chat with Mark Watts, the incoming executive chairman. No big demands yet, just a brainstorming session on stabilizing a club that's been flirting with disaster for a while. Financial stability? Top of the new regime's to-do list. And honestly, Everton needs it after surviving relegation by the skin of their teeth in 2023. Goodison Park? Say your goodbyes. Next season, it's all about that shiny riverfront stadium. A fresh start, hopefully without the ghosts of past struggles tagging along. But Dyche knows the drill. All the support in the world doesn't matter if the results don't show up. Winning games always stands you in good stead, he says. True words, but easier said than done. For now, it's a hands-off approach from the new owners. They're trusting Dyche and his team to deliver. But Everton fans know the stakes. Win games or face the music. Let's see if Dyche can keep the Toffees sticking together. That's a wrap for episode 15 of Across the Pitch. If you're still here, you're officially part of the squad. No subs, no loans, just loyalty. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your hottest takes in the comments. Because let's face it, we all love a bit of football banter. Until next time, keep the passion alive and the arguments flowing. Catch you on the next one.